When it comes to fat loss, not all exercises are created equal. Some barely make a dent, while others burn fat on a completely different level. Believe it or not, some exercises can even target stubborn belly fat better than the rest. So I'm going to show you exactly which ones you should be doing, especially if you're over the age of 50, and why they're so powerful when it comes to fat loss. And by the end, I'll reveal the same exercise plan tens of thousands of my clients have used to get real results fast, all without long cardio sessions or any risk of injury. So stay tuned. Before we dive into the exercises, I need to clear something up. A lot of people over the age of 50 hear the words high intensity and think it's too hard, that's too risky, or my body can't do that anymore. But the research says the exact opposite. People over 50 actually respond better to high intensity interval training than younger adults. Your muscles, energy, and even your metabolism show a stronger improvement when you train this way. The risk of injury is extremely low, especially when you modify the movements. In just a moment, I'm going to show you how to adapt each exercise to your activity level. That way you can feel confident that nothing will be too hard for you. Now, for those of you who think you don't need exercise, that you just need to eat less, I have news for you. Starting around age 30, you lose about 3 to 8% of your muscle each decade. By age 60, that decline speeds up, with some people losing 1 to 2% every single year. It's called sarcopenia, and it steals your strength. It slows your metabolism, and it makes it easier to gain fat even when you're not eating more. So these exercises aren't just about shedding pounds or looking thinner. They're about protecting the muscle that keeps your metabolism alive. So then you can lose the fat and keep it off. All it takes is the right movements for about 10 minutes a day. That's it. Let me show you exactly which ones to start with. This first exercise actually burns more fat than anything else you can do standing still, and that's squats. They might look basic, but for people over 50, they're one of the most powerful fat burning moves you can do. That's because a squat fires the biggest muscles in your body at the same time: your thighs, your hips, your glutes, your core. And when those big muscles work together, your body has to burn a lot more energy to keep up. That means more fat burned during the workout and more fat burned for hours after. Here's the part most people never think about. Your ability to sit down and stand back up, the exact same motion as a squat, is one of the strongest predictors of how long you'll stay independent as you age. The stronger those muscles are, the more control you have over your balance, mobility, and your day-to-day life. Because squats build the largest muscles in your lower body, they support your metabolism longer after the workout is over. So you're not just burning fat today, you're protecting the muscle that keeps you burning fat tomorrow. Now, if the standard squat feels too difficult, don't worry. You can hold on to the countertop or the back of a chair to make it easier. You could also squat into a chair and then stand back up, or only squat part of the way down instead of all the way down. Every version still hits those major fat burning muscles, and as you get stronger, you can go deeper, more quickly, or even add a small weight. Exercise 2. This flips your body into fat burning mode faster than any of the other exercises, and that's high knees. High knees raise your heart rate quickly, which is what gets you into fat burning mode in a matter of seconds. And because your core has to brace with every lift of the leg, this simple movement helps tighten the same muscles that support your waistline. Also, since movement is rhythmic, high knees can burn around 7 calories per minute, especially when you pick up the pace, which is a lot for a zero equipment exercise that you can do right from your living room. Now, if the full version feels too tough, don't worry. You can slow it down to a simple march, stepping, or just like with squats, you can hold on to a countertop or a chair as you do them. If it's really a struggle, just focus on lifting the knee high without worrying about speed. All those versions still raise your heart rate, still work your core, and still help your body burn fat. And as you get stronger, you can lift a little higher or move a little quicker. Exercise 3 strikes fear into the heart of most people who hear it. I'm talking about burpees. Now, before you write them off, rest assured that I'll share easy modifications that can make them much less intimidating. But you definitely want to include these exercises because it works your whole body in one motion. Your legs, your arms, your core, your heart. When you move all those muscle groups together, your body has to burn a massive amount of energy in a short amount of time. That not only burns a lot of fat, but also creates a strong fat burning afterburn effect, which means your body keeps burning calories long after the workout is over. In addition, full body movements like burpees cause adrenaline to spike more than 400% and growth hormone to increase by more than 500%, far more than something like jogging ever could. Those hormones help break down stored fat, especially the deep visceral fat. That's the hardest to lose, especially after the age of 50. Now let's talk modifications. First, instead of jumping your feet back, you can simply step them back one at a time. Instead of lowering to the floor, you could place your hands on a countertop or on the wall or a sturdy chair to keep the movement more elevated and more joint friendly. Then if you have a problem with the jumping, you can simply just stand tall or rise up onto your toes as a calf raise instead. Every one of those versions still activates your whole body, still triggers that hormone response, and still helps you burn fat long after you're done. Number 4, this next exercise gives you many of the fat burning benefits of sprinting without the impact on your knees or hips. And that's mountain climbers. With every drive of your knee, you're training your body through the same movement pattern you'd use in a sprint. And that pattern is one of the most effective ways to shrink your waistline. In fact, studies show that sprinting is the #1 HIIT exercise at burning fat, including visceral belly fat. The only reason I'm not recommending it in this video is because of how dangerous sprinting can be, especially for people over the age of 50 and pull a muscle or get hurt. You're not working out at all. Fortunately, mountain climbers are almost as effective at burning fat. Not only that, they can also help improve agility. Lifting one leg while supporting your bodies with your arms trains coordination and control, something that most people lose as they get older. And because the movement is rhythmic, you can build up speed slowly and safely without ever having to leave the floor. Now, if getting into a plank feels difficult, there's an easy fix. You can place your hands on a countertop, on the wall, a sturdy chair, the back of a couch. This elevated version takes pressure off the wrists, the shoulders, the lower back. It still gives you all the core activation. And if moving quickly is too challenging, you can slow it down and simply step each knee forward one at a time. And the last exercise, number 5, is one of the most efficient fat burning moves that you can do in a short amount of time. And that's jumping rope. Now, rest assured, you don't need to be good at it. And I'll give you some modifications. You don't need perfect coordination. In fact, you don't even need an actual jump rope. That's because the real benefit of jumping rope isn't the rope itself. It's the quick rhythmic jumping. That rhythm forces your body to use a lot of energy very quickly. Research on jump rope HIIT shows people can lose inches off their waist and drop significant fat in just a matter of weeks, even when the workouts are extremely short. Jumping rope also does something mountain climbers and squats can't do. It trains your feet and your ankles to become more elastic, which helps your body absorb impact better, move lighter, stay more stable as you age. And just like the other HIIT moves that you've learned, jumping rope is incredibly scalable. If you're trying to repeatedly get over the rope and it feels too tough, you can just simply do a ghost rope, a small hop in place while mimicking the turning motions with your hands. You can also slow it down and step side to side instead of jumping up and down. On the other hand, if you want to make it more challenging and burn even more fat, you can get a heavier rope and you can try to jump more quickly. So there's a lot of scalability with how you do it depending on your fitness level. Increasing your jump rope speed from 100 to 150 jumps per minute can actually boost calorie burn by as much as 30 to 40%. And I love this jumping mechanism because it really starts to pump the lymph system early in the morning. Detoxing your body really is a good stabilizer for your balance, so you're preventing falls and can really maximize fat burning regardless of your fitness level. Now, the best part of all of this is that you don't need an hour a day to see results with these exercises. Like I said, you can get all the benefits of HIIT in just 10 minutes a day. 5 days a week, that's less than an hour of exercise a week. Here's how you do it. This is the same structure that I use to help thousands of my clients lose weight. No equipment needed. You're going to pick 3 of the full body exercises that we just went through. For example, you might choose squats, mountain climbers, and burpees. You'll start with exercise number 1. Do that movement for 50 seconds and then rest for 10 seconds. Then move on to exercise number 2. Do that for 50 seconds and then rest for 10 seconds again. And then move on to exercise number 3. Do it for 50 seconds and then take a 40-second break. That's your first round. Repeat that same circuit 2 more times for a 9-minute and 50-second workout, and you're done for the day. You have finished a complete fat burning workout in just under 10 minutes. If you need more rest at first, you can take it. You can take longer breaks if you needed to. If you can only handle 2 rounds to start, that's okay too. You could build up over time, but you can do it. When you breathe hard, you burn fat, and that intensity is the key. If you want help getting started, I put together 5 free follow-along workouts that walk you through this step by step. You can get them by using the link in the description below. You're going to love 10-minute workouts. Now that you know how to use these exercises in a simple 10-minute HIIT routine, you already have everything you need to start losing fat. But if you want to burn even more fat without adding more workouts, then the easiest next step is to start doing more walking. In my other video that now has been seen by over 1 million people, I break down 8 simple walking hacks that turn an ordinary walk into a fat-burning routine without adding extra time or effort. You will learn the trick that can increase the calories you burn by as much as 50% for the same number of steps, an interval method that triggers an afterburn effect that lasts up to 48 hours, and the upgrade that can burn more than twice the fat of a flat walk without running a single step. If you want a simple way to multiply the results from your HIIT workouts, this is the next video that you'll need. I'll include a link to that here. Click it to watch it next, and I'll see you there.